Hey guys, welcome to part 6 of our monster breeding tutorial. It doesn't look like we've done much, but we have laid the foundation for statistics and a battle system, which is going to be implemented in the next part. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I think we have waited long enough for this. We're going to try and get some battles set up, and the easiest way I can think of for like a random encounter is just to use a timer. So when we're walking around, every so often a battle will pop up. So if we go into OBJ player and in the create event, we'll say battle timer equals 0 time till random encounter equals irandom 100. It's only a few seconds. And in the step event, we're going to say battle timer plus plus if battle timer is greater than or equal to time till random encounter, then battle equals true. And in the create event, we're going to say battle equals false, whether we're fighting or not. And we need to reset our variables. Battle timer equals 0 time till random encounter equals irandom 100. So it'll be different after every fight. And we also need to put in a check. We're going to say if battle equals false, then run all of this code. What we'll also do is we will create a new object. We're going to say battle manager equals instance create depth 00 minus 1000 obj battle manager, and this object is going to manage our battles, funnily enough. Now at the moment we don't have any stats for our monster, so in the create event we're going to say create monster. This is just going to be a random one for now, so a features 0 equals irandom 3. Is it 2? 2, sorry, yeah. And we're going to copy and paste that 6 times. I could have used, yeah, let's use a for loop for this, why not? For var I equals 0, I is less than 6. We can't use our global because object.main hasn't been created yet, so we're going to use the number 6. I's plus plus a features I equals I random 2. Okay. And that will give us 6 entries for that. Let me just check. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got our player monster. So in the step event, with battle manager, we can use a for loop for var I equals 0, I is less than 6, I plus plus, player A features I equals A features I. So we're just copying across the array. And we're going to create a random enemy as well. We can do that in the same code. Enemy A features I equals I random 2. So we're creating a player and an enemy array. And I also want to do a check to make sure we're not having more than one battle manager. If instance exists, obj battle manager. So with this exclamation sign, it just means not. So it means if not instance exists. So if there isn't an instance of battle manager, then do this. Let's put some comments in as well. Okay, cool. So now we have to create the object. Obj battle manager. And inside the create event for here, we're just gonna have some arrays set up. So array stats. It's going to be a 2D array. And the first entry is going to be the name. Second entry is going to be hit points. The strength is going to be 10. We're going to have the circle as the standard creature. Defense, attack defense. I think that will do for now. We can always add more later. It's a circle and then it's going to be square. We'll give it 12 hit points, a weaker attack but a stronger defense. And then hexagon. We'll give it less hit points, a stronger attack, weaker defense. And we're also going to have an array called attacks. I'm going to call this attack hit. We're going to say it does we'll say minimum of 1 damage. And we'll say maximum 3 damage. And copy this. Oh, actually one more entry. Attacks 03 equals 50. No, 75. That's going to be chance to hit. A lot of people don't like random chance to hit, so if you don't want to have that, just leave it out. And I'll tell you where to leave out the code for it as well, for the actual battle system. And we're going to have gore for our second attack, and only monsters with horns are going to be able to use gore. Min damage is going to be 3, max damage 5, probably a bit too powerful. Chance to hit 33%. Let's just we'll leave it. We'll leave the hit points as they are for now, just so we can have quick battles. Okay, so we've got our stats. Now we're going to need to draw the contenders. Player X, we want it to be in the bottom left. So we're going to say sprite width obj breed box times 1.5, because I want it to be 1.5 of the width of that sprite away. Oops. Should be SPR, not obj. Player Y equals room height minus sprite height. Is that the right function? I'm pretty sure it should be sprite get height. Yeah, it should be. Sprite get height. SPR breed box times 1.5, and this should be sprite get width. Draw sprite SPR breed box 0 player X player Y. Enemy X equals room width minus player X, and enemy Y equals this. Draw sprite, SPR breed box 0, enemy X, enemy Y. So now we should have two sprites, one in the bottom left, one in the top right. We want to draw our monsters on top of that, obviously, so do we have a script for that? Don't think we do. We're just going to type it, we're just going to do a for loop for now then. So for var e equals 0, or sorry, p for player equals 0, p is less than 6, p plus plus, draw sprite. Can we do that? No, we can't. We'll have to do it line by line. Draw sprite ext, SPR faces, player A features 0, player X, player Y 1 1 0, and we want color alpha of 1, and color equals player A features, is it 5? Or is it 6? Let me check. Five. For now, we're gonna call SCR colors in here too, because at the moment our two rooms are completely separate and independent. They have no relation to each other. As we go forward, they'll be very linked, and we're going to change some of this code. But for now, we're just going to have to mess about like this. So SCR colors, copy this, and battle manager, draw event, pop it in there, draw sprite, SPR eyes. Let's copy and paste, because we don't need to type everything out all over again. Let's copy this. And wherever it says A features, we're going to change it to player A features. That should be fine. Then copy all of this, and after the enemy box, change this to enemy A features. Oh yeah, we need to change the X and Y, so Okay, so we're now drawing our player and enemy. Should we just check the game for now? Yeah, let's run the game. Oops. So error on OBG player step line 56. It doesn't recognize the array. Oh yeah. As usual, I forgot to type other dots. I do that quite a lot. Okay, so we have a very tiny box in the left and top right. I want them to be a lot bigger. So what's going to be the best way to do this? Just increase the size. So 1, 2, 3. I want to be about 4 times as large as they are now. So in Battle Manager, we're going to have 2 more variables. X scale equals 4, Y scale equals 4. And in our draw functions, we're just going to type X scale. Is that how we did it? Yeah. No. We're just going to have it all lowercase. X scale and this is going to throw our player X and player Y out of whack as well. So we're going to have to work that out in a minute. I should really do an array for the sprites as well, so we can just do this bit as a for loop. It would save us a lot of time, but not yet. Okay, so X scale, Y scale. If we leave it as it is, how are they going to be drawn? Are they centered? I think the sprites are centered, aren't they? So we want 2 more variables. We want a half width equals SPR sprite get width SPR breed box divided by 2. Half height equals sprite get height SPR breed box divided by 2. We're also going to need to increase the size of the breed boxes, so this now becomes draw sprite ext. Oops. So X scale, Y scale, rotation, color, alpha, copy, paste, and the X is going to be this, then minus half width times X scale. It's probably going to do it a little more than I want, but it's a decent estimation for now. Enemy Y is going to be this plus half height times Y scale. Okay, and player X is going to be this plus half width times X scale, and player Y is going to be this minus half height times Y scale. So let's run the game, see how it's looking now. That's okay, but the enemy is a bit too far to the left for my liking. Let's just have it as room width minus this. See how that looks. I think I want it to be room width minus half width times 2 and minus that. More brackets there. Okay, that'll do. It's not perfect, but that's more around the general area that I wanted it to be. So we can see that our player is a circle type and the enemy is a square type. The enemy's got horns, so if it uses its gore attack, then we're probably going to die really fast. We can't move our player around because a battle is commencing right now, so just check to make sure you can't move your player, otherwise that's going to cause us problems. So now we actually need to implement a battle system. Alright, we've already been going for around half an hour, so I'm just going to end this part for now, and in the next part we're actually going to have the two creatures fight, have a resolution, and go from there. That's the aim for the next part. I'll see you then. Bye for now.